Hello trader, welcome on board Forex Black Box. Quick update on the upcoming week. Today is the 25th of October 2020 and it's Sunday. Yeah, I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that, guys. I've just been busy. Just this my video is going to be the one before the election. Maybe I will do one more. I think to cover the election uh, strategy, but leave that for next week. We look at the market now. I'm looking at S&P 500, E-mini future contract. Look at the daily now, um, and looks like it's holding the breakout point of COVID around here, and we are around here now. So basically, we went below it, tested. We had a head down, head and shoulder. If you remember, I did say that head and shoulder here. Very clear head and shoulder. Basically, head and shoulder is breakout of a channel and it's creating one more wave down, come back up, another wave. And let's see if that was want to really continue to change as high or is gonna just have a failure here and go down. Let me just go to uh, Finviz, quick look at the weekly. You have to look at every week. At the end of your week, you need to close your book of strategy or what did you do this week? How strong or weak is the stock? How strong or weak is everything? Basically, if you trading forex, you need to look at the stock. You need to look at future. You need to look at options, expiries. You need to look where's the money going. Okay, it's not only looking to one chart, and you can do that, but you'll be missing a little bit more of information. The move. Sometimes the banks, when they want to move a market, they start slice their position to pieces, and they start getting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe then Thursday, Friday, they take some profit out, they take the whole position out, or they take a portion of it because they want to continue holding this position, right? So you need to keep your eyes on the rest of the market. The market moves like that. The cash market is a stock which is connected to S&P 500, is a meter for it. However, the future S&P 500 is the lagging, you just following the cash market. So the cash market is the one is moving everything around you. It's the stock market, and if the stock going up, that's mean people using money to buy assets, and that's mean the forex market will react to it globally. It doesn't mean dollar only, because everyone else buying and exchange for dollar, or if it's the stock open in the Chinese stock, China stock, US stock, London stock. So it's all currency basically reacting. So you have to keep your eye on what you're trading. If you're trading bound, you should watching bound FTSE, how it's doing, all the stuff. What the bound news, Brexit, all the stuff affecting bound momentum, right? So quickly to Forex here, we see that bound weak currency on Friday. However, it started up the week really nicely and now it's pulling back. However, we're still in a good level. I will show you later on how it is. This is like, well, I have a look on the daily. We're not going to see it very well. All I like, they don't give you 4 hours here. Anyway, I will go like have a look on it. You look at that in Swiss here on a daily momentum. Swiss is the highest and pound is the weakest, followed by dollar. So both of them weak. So I don't see pound USD going really roughly down. I think dollar is weak a little bit because of the stock. It was priced in during the week, and Nancy Pelosi keep talking, and Manusha and the package, stimulus package, and I don't think they're gonna do it. So possibly we're gonna see some strength in the dollar in the coming days, just before the election. I'm not sure what's gonna happen exactly, but if they don't have a stimulus before that, then we're gonna see the dollar here, and probably the pound will be like somewhere in the middle here. Pound is still a strong currency. So until the election, if Trump win, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't see that how positive it is to the market. I don't see it. The guy's making trouble with everybody. I don't know what he done in US. He's He's lying all the time. He doesn't really have a straightforward statement. He's keep going around the question. It's like he doesn't want to answer it. He doesn't have a right answer. He doesn't have knowledge or information to answer anyone asking him a question, proper question in a government field. So it's not even. Anyways, he's just. I don't know if he's gonna win again or not, but I don't think. I feel that I've got a feeling that he's gonna lose. When he does, I think it's gonna market is gonna just pounce down and continue back up because we have a new guy, Biden. I think a lot of people support him. So let's see. I'm talking about the election because I'm trading the future contract. Well, technically, I'm trading for the head of the market. So the future, I don't trade stock, but Forex as well. So I'm trading two big assets in the market, Forex and future. So I have to keep my eyes on everything happening in US and in Europe. I don't really trade Asia, so I don't really trade yen. So I only trade pound yen sometime, but yeah, just keep your eyes on the news and have a plan and focus how to play the election. Don't bid on the election, don't bid on it. I reckon that you wait for the reaction, and after that see the bounce because I don't see that yeah, either if the stock go down, it's not gonna keep go down forever. It's not COVID or a pandemic, you know. It's gonna bounce down. I find a support level, then after that, I will start to climb back up, business as usual. So keep that in mind. Let's go to NCs of Forex Europe sideways. I don't see it going anywhere really. It's just consolidating for now. I think the player of Europe, Euro USD, they don't really get involved heavily until the election is complete. Keep that in mind. Next year as well, we have the French elections, so probably we're gonna see some momentum on Europe as well. So Europe probably get a good 21 is gonna be a good player for the election. If he's going to go down first, then during the election bounce back up, there will be a good. Is technically, well, that's what the market always does, guys. You know, go down, go up, go down, go up, make some waves. Depends on the slope of the momentum, down or up. So you make your mind up about it. If you have experience in that field, you will spot it very quickly. I keep talking about pound here. If you remember, I talked about pound in our Discord. Talked about that. I was targeting the channel and I exit and I re-enter. I exit again and I was consolidating here. I re-entered again at above the 20 in my chart and I went out 31.20. I'm just above the 31, $1 31 against the dollar. So that was a good trade. But I exit straight away because remember that, guys. You should always remember that the market is a wave. Uh, just imagine that yourself. He's surfing on the waves. He's surfing, yeah, and the wave is strong and everything, but the wave started losing strings, and what happened after that? Become flat. Guess what? If you look behind you, there's another big wave, right? So always remember that. You don't think that it's going to go up, it's going to keep going. No, no, there's going to be profit taking. Buyer want to push the market back down so they can get in. A lot of hedge fund does that. So you need to look. That's what backtesting come and play. You need to go backtest and see how the behavior of each currencies. I will try to do quick 5 minutes on how to do backtesting on this video. It's very important to understand backtesting is not only backtesting on one uh, subject, or I mean like how to buy, how to sell. No, you need to analyze the pair profile, make a profile for it, how it does near certain support and resistance, what the pattern look like of the turning point. Take a snapshot of it, document it, leave your comment in Excel sheet. That's what I always do. I have an Excel sheet with the tabs on the bottom, and each one have its own pound USD, future contract, Nasdaq, e-money, oil, gold. All these guys in my Excel sheet. I have an Excel sheet about 550 megabyte of size. It contain a lot of snapshots, pictures, notes, documented everything I do every day. I open it up in the morning, I turn it off at night when I shut down my PC, and I take a snapshot of everything I see in the market and I leave a comment in it. and I reviewed that over the weekend. That's cool business, okay? And so I encourage um you to do that Excel sheet and just call it every day. You just take a snapshot, format it the way you like. Uh, do you put your strategy on it? It doesn't mean mathematic way. I mean by take a snapshot of your backtesting, not backtesting by eye only. This backtesting is really huge. It's not that simple. The algos, they go backtest. How they backtest? What do you think how they do? Algos or artificial intelligence, they go back in history and they look when the buyer get involved, what the reason, what the kicker, where's the kicker? Is it a 1 minute large candle, then pull back halfway, 50%, 61% of that 1 minute, bounce back up above, break it in a matter of 2 minutes. So time is counting, size is counting, where about what the price is, not the price as a price of the current position. No, the price where it was before previously. Maybe 5 years ago it was there and it did exactly the same thing. This time just a breakthrough. There was no any support for it. Something also called order flow. This is where the order come in above and below the price. You cannot see where the buyer and seller waiting on the other side, but you can see where is the next 10 point, how many order waiting there to be filled. Okay. This feature I used to have it before early this year, but I really discarded because it's very quick and require what's it called? They require like artificial intelligence to deal with it because the numbers is going very fast and very quick. I can see big numbers, but I'm not going to be sitting there looking at the order flow and leaving the candlestick, which is the original source of all of it. So candlestick, and ultimately, it is my source of information. Okay, so if the candlestick is showing me that's the right place to enter, I will enter. And the right place to leave a stop loss, I leave my stop loss. I will come to the chart, I will show you later what I mean by that. But backtesting is really important. You cannot do that. I mean, like if you're gonna open a business, how are you gonna open the business? You just come out of the blue, you just go open the business and fill up with product and everything. No, you do something called research. Okay, it's a call in Forex and trading is backtesting. Research is you go find another business like it and see what they do. You go to another 5 or 10, compare all of them together, and try to come with the best technique to have a good business. Standard, better than standard business. Okay, so that's what you do in backtesting. You go back in history and see how this behavior does the breakout work, or is just because maybe the breakout will work on pound USD, but it doesn't work on pound yen or Aussie USD. Okay, maybe the breakout has always become failure because each pair has got its own connection plugged in. Okay, like Aussie is plugged into the stock, pound plugged into the economy of UK. Okay, and Brexit at the moment. But they keep changing. Like yen and gold used to be safe haven before January. Now they're not. You see, they keep dynamically changing, but this is like safe haven is taking a while to change. Unless it's pandemic, they go for cash, which is dollar. So dollar now is act as a safe haven, and now you should be aware of that since the pandemic, since the equation has changed. You need to realize the new rules or what's new. Yeah, like every day new phone, every day new software. What's the new? Okay, you cannot be stuck into the old version. You need to go to the first new version. Always update, upgrade, update. Anyways, let's go to dollar. See that we are building a pattern here. So let's see that's going to hold here, bounce up and break lower, or actually it was going to have a breakout and continuation back up. So I think that dollar index it was strong as I told you before. I expect that move to come back up. It's quite interesting here. You see that now coming back down. We overlapping between these highs, but to have a long leg down. So I think that we'll just have halfway here. Maybe this is the 20 and we'll bounce low a little bit more. Watch out for the left, lock left. See whether or not we're gonna have any reaction to these levels. So halfway, maybe we'll bounce back up. If I'm correct, then we can see dollar strong, pound weak, euro weak, Next week, let's see next week what's going to happen. Remember the election coming on the way. COVID is kicking in, getting stronger. So if that's true, then maybe we can see dollar get really strong momentum back up as a cash safe haven. Look at yen is almost behaves the same way as dollar. Looks like both of them at the same level of strength. So this is a little bit higher. Yen is a little bit higher, of course. That's normal because yen just try to get its old position back as a safe haven. But if they are the same, so I reckon that yen is not anymore the safe haven as maybe 20%. Maybe I don't know who's trading it, who's taking the cash. Maybe the investors they're using yen currencies to use stock to buy stock, of course. There's so many deep strategy how to trade the stock indirectly, directly or indirectly via other currencies. Of course, investor or big player they have a bank account with yen only, purely yen, purely Aussie. They don't do like you and I who have to go through transaction many times every day, multiple times. We have to keep it changing from Aussie to dollar, from pound to dollar, all stuff. So they must have like bank account purely for yen. Then maybe that translated every year to the original currency when the currency at its peak they do the exchange. Um, New Zealand, here we go. New Zealand as well is showing momentum higher than Aussie. Aussie is a little bit weaker. If Aussie is more connected to the stock than New Zealand, New Zealand is just connected to Aussie. So we see that Aussie is taking standalone momentum back up, sideways. So we have one, two, three, four. If we hold here the 20 moving average and we break out, that's good indication to continue back up. If we discard the 20 and we close and we go back test the low, I expect that to bounce again one more time up. Looks like he's feeding away the momentum down. See there's a curve here. So that will indicate that breakout it's quite possible here. Let's see. A strong momentum up. You can see the green candle is really strong. Will follow up is good. Follow through will be good here. If it follows through, will continue. That will be great. But I don't think that this is it. I think that will come back down, take some more orders around the 20, then we bounce up. Maybe a wick, close above it. It's good indication of some buyers taking risk. When buyer taking the risk is good, if seller taking a risk is good as well. Your job is to find which group you want to join. The right group is moving right now, every second, every minute. You know, bound we talked about. No, all right, bound. Here we go. We have a one, two, three. Four is a little bit foggy, wavy. With four, we're probably gonna break higher before the election. So maybe we're gonna have a double top here just before the election. Then we see maybe pullback 50%. And we continue back up. They said that you're gonna have a deal that work on Brexit. You're gonna extend until the news dies. Remember that Brexit and election at the same month. Okay, so next month they said they keep changing the date. They try to marry it to the election at the same time. I'm not sure what Bojo trying to do here. Keep delaying, keep doing things. Europe as well. I don't know where this is deal going. It's become all the news now, and Pound is reacting too much to it at the moment. But remember that there are two events coming in: Brexit and Brexit deal. Basically, if we don't have a deal, then Pound can go really deep down. If we have a good deal and we have some negotiation going on, then we maybe have stability in the currency. But at the moment, they keep playing dance with me. They keep dancing together, and time is running out. And they say, let's just stay more. Let's just keep dancing for a little longer, maybe 2021 until the pandemic is over. Maybe they were trying to do that. Maybe they will say, okay, we'll give you another year because the pandemic. After the pandemic, we're going to discuss it. So let's see. CAD, oil is getting affected. So CAD weakness. Obviously, no one wants oil. I talked about oil before, guys. I said that oil is no really good investment at the moment. I think oil lost its value since the COVID, and that's when no much of investor really wanted to invest on it anymore at the moment. So it is a difficult time for everyone, for every business, for every family. If you have a few, if you have a good amount of money, or you have just enough, I reckon that you not risking too much on trading at the moment, especially the election and Brexit, guys. So try to use small, try to hit your target as you're working, so try to do that because it's a really difficult time and market is not moving as it's supposed to move regularly because we'll have some news coming now and algos they really squeeze the market really hard. So if you're on the way, you could have slippage and you could lose more than you expected to lose. So if you trade 10 lots, go down to two and a half, go down 75% until you get some clarity. Because if you lose more than you expected to lose, then you guess what? It's gonna take you the next 10 to 20 days uh, earning, okay? Because you need to recover it, okay? You need to recover this money. So I reckon that you go slow now, and we still, there's always gonna be market tomorrow. There's gonna be always market next year. So don't rush. It's not gonna close forever in the next couple of days, okay? Or it's gonna close after tomorrow forever. It's gonna be always tomorrow. So save your ammo for tomorrow, okay? Do not waste it all now. Swiss. Okay, let's carry on. This video getting long. Swiss is just high as euro. As you can see, that almost similar to each other. A little bit highs. It looks like safe haven start getting in the play because everyone expecting that COVID is going to kick in, and that's why. So I think Swiss starts showing some momentum up, break higher, come back down, test the 20. Let's see that is going to be follow through the resistance here or not. Yeah, I would be always buyer on the 20. Here you go. So let me just quickly go to the chart. I think this video getting long and I don't want to bore you more than that. Um, Look at the E-mini future contract. It looks like you want to really come back up here. To be honest, you just hold the 20 firm for 4 or 5 days. Right, I like it, and it could continue, but we're in range until the election. We don't have a clue what's gonna happen here. Okay, it's supported. Remember if I put that line here last time I did is the high of the pandemic. We'll break, come back above it again, and we support it. Do we gonna have YABC on the long term? Possible, very much possible. That will be fitting well with the election. We could have this in the next few days, come back down here. If you remember I talked about head and shoulder, yeah. Then bounce up, we break it, and we have the same amount a measure move equal measure move, complete it, come back down now. Now we're trying to do ABC or measure move equal measure move, AB equals CD. So if that's true, then we're gonna see breaking through, retest, and continue in a low time frame, of course. If no stimulus, Pelosi and Mnuchin, if they didn't get something done by Monday or Tuesday, I think we're gonna see that momentum start to build. It's gonna break quickly down. I think that's what's gonna happen just at the election time, then bounce back up, retesting this high, right? Also broke here. I don't want to put too much lines, but I always do in my chart, Sierra chart. We break out of this. See that? We have another line here. If I do that quickly, I'm gonna go from that top to that top. That confirmed for me because we did break below that candle. Okay, that confirmed that's a point a 1.2 that we were looking from point 3. Okay, we see the 50% of this move. It didn't really come to 50%, so maybe we'll come around later down. Maybe 36. I'm not sure. But I'm always looking to 50%. Most of the trader would like to buy on 50%. but the 20 moving average really on the way. So before we come down all that way, I think there's some buyers coming into play here, and I have hold it for a while. But you know, if they see that it's not really moving, they're gonna get suspicious and say, you know what, I'm gonna exit my position and I'll wait for it because the election is on the way. So I reckon that is going to be ABC pullback, really a flag, bear flag. I see it that way on the daily. Even if you go to the 4 hours. mm, Right, let me disable this quickly. Here we go. Okay, look at the 4 hours. As I said, the market is like a wave. There you go. Break. Didn't even give you a chance. So that's actually like a big wave. Follow up with another big wave. So this is a seller selling it, buyer buying it. Seller try to push down, buyer try to avoid the move momentum down, and we start to break. Okay, and it started to do sideways here. Seller pushed it, found support, buyer push it back up, and sideways just before the market close. Okay, which is 4 hours. What's going to happen next? It could have another push down, pull back 50%, and we'll continue down 50%, and we'll continue down. Okay, that could be the play. Don't have the crystal ball, but I have chart. It is my crystal ball to tell me where we can go, where possibly we can go. If I'm above the 20, I will be a buyer. I'm a buyer here until otherwise is become a seller. I will be a seller. Okay, that's not the daily. Obviously, I'll be looking down to 5 minute. I'll be looking to 5 minute here. I'm a seller here, right here, seller below the 20, seller, seller, seller. If you start to come here, consolidate, I want to sell it and come back, take me out, come back retesting. I'm a buyer, buyer, buyer. Obviously, the market closed. The last hour of the market is not been tradable. So the last up to this level, I was out on Nasdaq. Obviously, they're moving similarly, so they're moving at the same speed, not the same size, but they're moving on the momentum of the stock market. Okay, so overall, I think this is going to continue down. Maybe let's extend a little bit, come here, farm some seller, and we'll continue down. Okay, move on to the next Nasdaq. Sim. If you go up, that's E-mini, that's Nasdaq. Okay, so they're really quite similar, but Nasdaq is showing more momentum. Like I like this candle. It was very very clear as a short momentum, but it's a little bit scary for people. But look at that. What do you call this? Affiliate. Everyone expecting that for pullback and continue back up didn't happen. We really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in red, flat, complete flat. Market is so dry. There's no much liquidity going on. However, in a 5 minute, of course, you can find liquidity. You find trading basically, trading opportunities. See the market is keep just pushing up quickly, pushing down quickly, down. That's the opening here. Our short here, exit around these blue levels, and it continue down. All this is a matter of minute. Then how far it is from the 20, short again, break out, come back quickly, and start sideways. Then market start here at the opening. That's open of the US stock. Come back down and start sideways. Most of the time it doesn't come back up to the highs. If the middle of the week it doesn't. If at the end of the week possibly can, which it done on the last few minutes. I mean, why he moved up, it doesn't mean that's a positive sentiment. No, it's just a seller who started that momentum down, that start exiting more positions, and will start to break out of this level, they exit the rest of their position. That's it. They're not unlike us. They go like I don't know 2,000 contract, and they start to put maybe 500 here, 500 there, there. Then that candle, all of it, it's their entry. Okay, so their average right in the middle, for example, here, that's their average price. Okay, so they order here, they order some here, short, 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 in a matter of 5 minutes. Then let me just try to okay. Then they start take some profit here. Every time bounce is okay. They took some 500 contract out. They take some here. They take some here. Every time Nick break a new low, they get out. Break a new low, they get out. Okay, until they come to the center point of their average price, and they exit all. Okay, when they exit all, that's mean they're a buyer now. Plus the buyers already get in the market. I expected that to bounce from here since we have a lot of rejection here. I expected that as well. It's just almost predicted. It's almost predicted. Every time we go to the new low, you're a buyer, 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 a buyer. Then you average your price. You wait till the end of the day, you're a winner. This is another strategy for another day. I don't think much people know about this, but this is something. It's like algos, how they play that. You can do it manually, but it's gonna be very stressful for you as a human. But it does work really well. But I will get that later on in Discord. I will only talk about this in Discord. Other strategies, how to do that quickly and efficiently, and with a proper money management. But anyways, as I said, that guys, when you see that coming back to the highs, again, that's indication of everyone call it that rejected of price. Is only the seller keep pushing it, right? Seller keep pushing it down, and they take their profit out. Okay. If the seller wanted to push, well, seller get in here. Okay. They get down. They didn't exit because they want to push the market to the 20. Guess what? Keep down. They want to push the market to the 20. Market come to the 20 and hold. But what does that mean? They start to exit their positions. Okay. Without waiting now for another 50%. Okay, let's take the market one more dive down. Come around here, they're gonna start short again and hold, short and hold. Okay, that's what they're indicating the waves. They go with the waves. Okay, enough of that. I want to move on quickly. Gold. See that I was talking about this major move is not really complete. However, break that low. As I said, this strategy guys work really well. A failure, then bounce back up. However, we really have some no breakthrough here. I think that we're gonna go lower. See that momentum? Push, push, slowly push. I think we're gonna break. Not quite quickly, but it's gonna be rough ride. But that's a support level. I would be a buyer here. I don't really trade the gold market, but I reckon that it's going to be a lot of buy around this zone. It is going to be your buying zone. Always leave some ammo for later on momentum. And that's obviously investor does that. If you're intraday, you should go to a lower time frame, apply the same strategy. Where are I? Selva is the same story. We break out of this channel now. Really untradable on the daily. If you see this consolidation, you should be a seller. If you go up against you a little bit more, you should be a seller more. Sell more because when it dive, you have a really good. That's the strategy is your investor. Okay, but you can do that on a slow time frame as well. If you go to 5 minute, it's like here. We break that low. We break that low. We break this one. You're a buyer here, all right? Market bounce. Your exit. You're a seller. You sell it at the last swing here. You see that you put order here, sell near the 20, perfect. Another sell here. Come down here, you exit, you're a buyer, you're a buyer. You break that one, you're a buyer. Break the 20, you exit here or you exit around the previous level. Strategy is beautiful, but I will, as I said, I will talk that to the people in the group. Join the Discord server, guys. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and like, leave a comment. There is no charges, no fees, nothing. It's free. And looking forward to see new people in there. And I'll try to be more active in the Discord server because I'm busy all day, guys. I'm really trading as well as much as you, so I need to be focused on my business as well. But I will spare some time. Someone ask me a question, I will be answering it as quick as I can. Okay, looking at Bitcoin. The reason Bitcoin spiked up, very interesting. That's to do with news. Looks like is I don't know what did I talk about. How did I talk about last time? Looks like making high lows nicely here. I know it's after effect I'm talking about that, but this candle that day, that was when they said that Bitcoin, PayPal will accept Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency with that line. So let's see how far that can go. I'm sure there's a sell already take place here. Sells been take place here. Seller took place here. They spread their positions properly, and that's difference is gonna dive back down to the 20 moving average at least. So if you're a seller, you average your position maybe around this level. Below it, you're in the money. You can get a call like option. I don't know if you're a seller. This market have some resistance here. Okay, I'm looking back 2019, July, June, or May, maybe April, I think. Hold on, what is I on? June, 26 June. This is about a year plus, year and a quarter. So that's not gonna go just unnoticed. It's gonna definitely has been bounced down here. So every time come touch it and bounce down. Maybe have a little bit more of momentum now because of PayPal. All right, maybe we'll break through, but not that simple. I think it's gonna see some multiple multiple bounces. Here you go. If we put this one here, or just here, right there. See what the momentum. So maybe we're gonna see some break and come back sharp. This the channel continue back up. We'll see how it go. Remember the election on the way. He's got some advantage now. They gonna use PayPal as a extra extra source of exchanges, extra new client basically to the currency, Bitcoin, and most likely the rest of the big player in the market they're gonna follow through as well. Maybe Visa will get involved as well. Maybe we're gonna see that Bitcoin climb back to the 20 grand again. Well, let's see. I cannot. I'm just saying, if a big player starts joining these cryptocurrencies, then probably the rest will follow. But not straight line. There's going to be some bullbacks, so they need to see stability in this market first. Okay. Oil. Let's talk about oil. See, it's really flat, guys. It's like since the pandemic level when we bounced from zero to up here, we didn't really progress from here. We just keep sideways. I reckon that to trade oil, if you're a long term then trader, um, maybe you can trade that market because there's a good opportunity. If you bounce from here, come back to that level, is good to buy. Even if you go lower, it's good to buy it. Okay, but that's a long term. If you want the money every day, then you should get in inside the day. Each trade is inside here only. Below that day or above that day, after it's finished, that's a new start. Refresh your memories and go new. Like you don't trade, you don't hold a trade. If you hold a trade, you become an investor. Intraday trader. Dollar index touched that level as I predicted. Come back ABC. Probably will come back around here before the election. Probably there's going to be price supported here. So if I'm trading this, if I'm trading a dollar index, I'll be short, longing from here and even here. Okay, I'll be longing it, spreading my positions. Big player always does that. They don't go in one place at one price. They spread their position at the proper place, and when that start to get imbalance of buyers, then it started bouncing. When it come to a level of interest to short, they trim their positions and they will possibly take it out all as much as they can. When they take out their position, we'll see a big candle. If you think that if you see the candle just broke the previous day and really holding it, that means not everyone agree to short it. Okay, maybe the follow up, then after that give you a good pullback and say this is it. I'm getting in now. Yes, see this day. See, so back to back, down, up, down, slam like a Bollinger Band, like a Bollinger, boom, boom. Okay, Bollinger Man, if you wanna call it. It's always the market does that. You should know the market by now. It's like a Bollinger, it's like in and out, in and out, in and out, like rapidly moving all the time in a low time frame. In a bigger time frame, slow down the momentum of moving in and out, up, down in a certain way. In a low time frame, like a tick chart, I mean, like tick chart is like crazy. If you do take a chart, you're not human. You take chart require artificial intelligence to deal with it because your eyes are going to give you fake images and you're going to get confused. But if you trade a bigger time frame like 1 minute, 5 minute, then you have time to think about things. But lower than that, 1 minute, you require computing to help you with the decision. So look at that here. Euro, USD, ABC, ABC, a small one inside, then ABC. Here you go wave, first push, second push, third push. Let me zoom in a little bit. Here, see that? That should go down from here, okay? If it's gonna continue, we should break that day. We didn't. Have a nice giant green candle. Okay, that's on the bigger time frame is A, B, C. But inside there is the C is gonna be high. So definitely we're gonna retest the high 120. Okay, looks interesting. Looks like the buyer get involved here and probably buyer here and here around these levels. They push the market, that took some out, re-enter again, supporting the level. They re-enter the rest of their positions. So that's the spots you need to look for. And break out, confirm, follow through, very nice. Come back, retest this, and they get in more. So that's really supported. I think that's going to continue nicely up. We're going to retest this high. We didn't really break that day, but let's see. Let's see. It's a good positive. The reason being is there's a seller here. All right. There's a traps of sellers. There's a giant zone here. This zone, and previous here and here. That probably shorten it at the moment. There's going to be more seller here. More seller here. So when this combine all this together, by the time it come back up here, and the buyer want to exit as well, that's will be doing imbalance and probably going to see some bounce down. So if you long, you should start reduce your position around these highs. Okay. Right, bound as well. Cable. That's looks was a dodgy here down here. It was a dodgy, like it doesn't tell you will go up or down. We have a red day, green, dodgy. Every time that it's sideways. Okay, when the last time I saw sideways? If you look left, almost complete sideways. So almost complete sideways. That's what I'm talking about. Backtesting. How often we have sideways? Okay, after a move, have a flag, break out of it. Almost 2 days fly sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days fly sideways. Come back up, give you a shooting star. Very clear message that can be short. Cold feed the follow days, follow through. Slow momentum coming down. However, we broke through. We have a gap. We tried to close the gap, we didn't close it, and just broke through. Found where support. You should highlight these guys on your chart. Look, reaction. Well, they react to the previous sideways, break out of it, expected to have a pullback here. We didn't. We just keep going up, and we break through here, come back, retesting. Looks like supported here. If that's really rejection, we should see a bounce down at least to break these levels and bounce back up, but it didn't. It's just to hold the first support, hold it all day, and we close the day with high of this support. I reckon the following day probably come back up here, do a wick again, come back until they have some news of Brexit or the follow-up day. So probably next week we're gonna see some rotation coming back up. Okay, there is some level you should draw here. Take this out, make a copy, put it above it. Okay, looks good. The highs of it, the low of it. Draw a couple of lines here. You mark your zone. That's where you start selling it. That's where you start buying it in case of sideways. Okay. Oh, this is very getting long. Pound yen. Same here. We saw that momentum down. Everyone expected that to hold the support. It didn't. Indeed, we start to break lower and lower and lower. We have some level to be supported here. It's really very wide range. Okay, very wide range. Even come to that range here. It was an interesting one because in the previous level here, this pound yen is a little bit more that there's a lot of plugs into the system of it. It's connected to yen and connected to stock and connected to Brexit, connected to pound. Pound yen also connected with the dollar. Dollar, if the dollar move up, pound yen will move up, regardless of weakness of pound, unless it's really bad weakness, like the pound index is going down hard. Okay, that's why you have to go a little bit lower time frame so you can spot good levels. For example, here, right? That's your rejection of the price. There must be a lot of buyer here. Try to buy the market, and guess what? The buy lower, the buy lower. So we have a three bushes down. That spread the positions. They expected to back up. Of course, I'm telling you after a fact, but when you see something like that, it happened for a reason. Every candle on this chart happened for a reason. Okay. There is a someone pushed the market here, someone pushed the market here, someone pushed it here. See that I started making higher, okay? High, high. See, it's like rotation, like changing behavior. Same thing happen here. Maybe there are a lot of buyers, you know. There's a big player in these markets that always buying in every low. And they know how they risk their positions. Okay. They understand the market will definitely come back in rotation and they exit the position, then they can flat out or whatever they do. They have a team of players. You playing against smartest people in the world. They have multiple people, each one doing certain thing, each one doing news, analyzing, and is big companies. There's a lot of money on the stake here, guys. That's why they don't wait for you like you here and trying to guess where it's gonna go. No, they always invest all the time. They buy here, they sell there, they buy here until they break and they start buying more. They start buying more, start buying more. They have a deep pocket. There are multiple people inside this ball. About noisy. As I said, buyers they always buy here is a failure, but they buy the market, come back again, they play the same game, failure, buy the market, they take some profit, they buy more. They when they see the market in their favor, okay, they take some profit out, too much risk, they get in again, support this level, okay, that looks good here. Look at that. You didn't spot that because you're busy looking at your candle, your indicators, your Fibonacci, your stuff. It's really simple, guys. You look at that. This high, come back, test it. Okay, where happened this before? Here, here you go. Come back here, test it. It doesn't matter if it go down. Now what's matter is you spot it. Now you have more information. Okay, here, come back, come back to this high, rejected. You're a seller immediately. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. If you go up a little bit more, you sell more. If you go back up a little more, you sell more. But you need to spread your position properly. You have to have a money management, problem money management. Okay. Um, Pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand is going down because we talked about Pound New Zealand is going down. You see the three bushes, one, two, three, right? Three soldier, whatever they call it. But we're still inside that range. Pound is strong. Even Pound was like strong last few days. Look at New Zealand is not really pushing higher because New Zealand is a little bit stronger. Plus, there is a seller compressing the market down. So the sellers, every time push up, they sell, they exit, they buy, they exit, they sell, they exit, and so on. They play that game all day long. Okay. I'm talking about more people doing this. Okay. It's not only one person or only one company. No, they know where the market gonna go. When they all agree, become imbalance in the spreadsheet or order flow, and that's where the market look for liquidity because whoever sold here, if they sold 10,000 contract, for example, 10k, they put there maybe they take profit 5k down here. Okay, so market will be looking for liquidity. Market will go down for liquidity. Okay, there's a buyer here where I exit a position, sell position. Market go to it because they're looking always like a magnet. Okay, like a magnet getting this liquidity. So the market will move down to it. They don't put stop loss, all right? Because if they put stop loss, the market will see it as a magnet. So I understand for you only, you should put stop loss, but I'm talking about the big player because if they put, okay, think about it for a second. If they put 10,000 order here, market was here previously, they short it and they take profit is here as a buyer. I'm a buyer. Hey there, I'm a buyer. I want you to come and take my positions. Then the market look up There is no positions. Maybe 3,000 want to sell it here. Which one is closer? This one is closer. Okay, so market will come back down to the liquidity. Dive in the liquidity, fill up the positions, and bounce up to the other side of the liquidity. Point A, point B. I hope you get something out of this. I'm not encourage you not to put stop loss, but if you playing this strategy, it does have its own way. Maybe your stop loss should be somewhere up there, but they probably have a stop loss. Okay, but it's very high from the price. Okay, think about it. If I have like 30,000 contract and it's 20,000 contract here, okay, and the price is here, so the price will come back down to this level first because this is the closest to the price. This is too far. Market is not going to go that far to hit this price. There's going to be a lot of blocks in the way, and it doesn't make sense. If everyone agree that's the best place to go, the market will go to it. When it dive in this side, this buyer liquidity, then imbalance happening, and then after that it will bounce back up. Go to the next target. That target can be removed any second. It's not going to always be there. But if the big player wanted the market to go back up, they always put 40k, 20k, 20k here, 30k here. So that zone itself is going to be full of contract. The market will bounce to it. Okay, I hope that clear. Pound CAD. As I said, it's sideways here. I will be always a seller here. I will be always a buyer here. But if you're intraday, you should go to the low time frame, and it should be a seller here. Right there is a sell. You exit below it, below the 20. But if you go one more, because Forex is different from the breakout, from here, you should be a seller here. Bounce up, come back down, you close your position. You see that wick. You see this area of interest to buy. Start consolidate. Sideways, sideways, and up, down. You should be always trading the next three candles. If you're a seller here, 1, 2, 3, looks like if you go above it, you break even, you exit, and if it's going down, you're a winner. Don't stay too long on this market. Okay. So sideways for me, sell highs, buy lows inside this zone on the daily 4 hours. See, go up a little bit, do some noise, come back down, find support, some liquidity to buy, come back up, find liquidity to sell, come back down, find liquidity to buy. Okay, same game they're playing over and over. Pound Swiss, it's flat here, sideways, equal to pound CAD actually. But however, we're really flat here. Pound is not strong much as pound USD. Okay. All right, I think this is it. There's nothing else here. Tesla, no worry about this for now. So guys, thanks for being here and join the Discord and Telegram group. I think I'm gonna close Telegram soon, but I will leave a notice there say that to join the Discord because I want to keep one place. I think Telegram maybe is not the best place to be. Discord is more efficient, got some rooms and stuff we can break it down to pieces. Okay, thanks very much. You have a great weekend and great trading from tonight. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.